Out of here.
Careful, kid. What's up, everybody? We are here talking about books.
Welcome back to Dustin's channel. I'm so happy to be your guest star.
I know. You finally let me back on.
What? No, this is your channel.
This is my channel?
I'm guest starring on your channel.
Look, I got Mickey.
No.
There's nobody here.
Because the notifications just went out. Can you guys go away, please?
Don't you love children, babe?
I love them.
Yeah, they are. They're amazing. Anyways, what are we doing? Why have you invited me to sit next to you?
I'm on your show.
No. I'm here. Hola.
I'm on your... This is the Dustin show.
Oh, what's our topic? Okay, you're doing 25 days of follow live, right?
You are. It's your show.
Okay, and today we are talking about...
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, hi Auntie.
On your show.
Miss Tania.
I would come anytime to your show and be present.
Well,
Dustin hasn't been in a live video for a while, even though I haven't done lives in a long time. And he's really awkward on live videos, so I'm just letting him have the show.
No, go for it.
Nope, it's your show.
So today we're talking about gifting marriage books. Marriage books to gift for Christmas.
Yeah, you can gift them, but I think this is a good topic. I went through the topics to see which ones would be good for Dustin to join me, and I thought instead of just my favorite books, I'd talk about my favorite books and how they apply to marriage. Just because the four, these are probably my four top books, period, except one definitely applies to marriage. But the other three are like life books in general. So they're not just for marriage, and they're great to give. So I think we should cover who these would be good to give to. What?
Nothing. I think you have great advice, sweetie.
And then, do you have one for engaged? These would all be great for engaged couples.
Man.
Oh, I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. People should not call me right now, hopefully.
Yes, these would be books that if you read before you got married, you would be 10 steps ahead of the game. This is stuff that I wish I knew personally as a husband or boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Or anything as a human.
Yep.
3 of these are good for anybody, honestly.
Yes.
And then we went through our bookshelf and found out that we don't even really have the ones that we want to talk about. We have
given them away.
versions. Yeah, because we do. We give them away so much that sometimes we don't have that book on hand. So we came up with the next best book to kind of give you an idea of what book. Okay, so I asked him to grab his top 2 and I grabbed my top 2. And I think we both landed on one, so we'll end with that one, right?
Yes.
We both landed on, so then we narrowed it down to, okay, what's your favorite book?
Well, I'm going to start with this first one. If you don't know, I'm a pastor, so I believe in the Bible. So this is a whole New Testament not a commentary, it's a journal set.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to preface this video. I totally love the wisdom of all the books that we're going to show you, but as a Christian pastor, scripture is by far the bedrock and foundation that I look at everything in life through. So there is, and I'll just put it this way, scripture humbles you in your marriage. It calls you in a relationship to submit to one another out of love. And because I think one of the biggest tensions in marriage is we are selfish people and we want our way. And guess what? We are called to serve our spouse and to submit to one another. So before we dive into...
Well, I did want to talk about what... No, bring that back
bring it
over
back.
here. I did want to talk about why I grabbed this specific set. So show them the set.
It's not like the Bible.
So this is the set. This is the set I asked for last Christmas, and then this Christmas I asked for the Old Testament because they came out with the Old Testament in this, and so every book is broken up and has a page to write on next to the book, next to the page, so that you can journal through it. So I just wanted to talk about that on my level of I'm pretty sure most of them all know that I recommend the Bible as the first book, but this one for my audience specifically because they're journal lovers, and so I thought they'd like
Correct.
this.
Well, yeah, it's got wide margin, and you like to journal.
It has more than wide margin. It has a whole page next to the page.
See, I don't journal, so that stuff doesn't get me excited.
Wide margin is like a wide.
You guys should see. Well, you do show your personal journal that you journal in. Like, I don't know. You just listen to people talk, and it turns into pictures on paper. I don't get it. But anyways.
Are you talking about like my? Oh, you're talking about like my sermon notes. And
yes,
stuff.
when you take sermon notes.
Yeah,
and,
they're gonna be seeing a lot of that in the next month.
Yeah.
Kids are back in the kitchen. Okay, so, well, that was not very much talk. Like you're just.
That's fine. Let's dive into these books.
Okay.
I'm just gonna drink my coffee.
I wanted to talk about this set though, and you just like pushed it away.
My
so
bad.
anyways,
Sorry.
it comes in like a rainbow set as well. I really liked the rainbow set, but I got the black set. I'd like the black set for the Old Testament as well, just because it'll match now. But
I'm glad you brought it back because Annette asked, "What is the name of that journal set?"
yeah, you can't just toss
Sorry,
stuff away.
guys. Sorry.
This is so Dustin added all these to the Amazon store. So if you need help getting to my Amazon store, you can always go to auntietae.com. This was like, how much was this? Like $60? Like it's a gift. Like you're gonna want to get it for a gift or ask for it when somebody can spend a little bit more than a regular Bible. But they do have it in rainbow. I added both of them onto the amazing gifts. I'll add onto that as we talk more through the season for other things you guys can give. But I'm going to start with our books. And then
it's called the ESV Illuminated
Riley,
Scripture
can you do
Journal.
that any
New
other
Testament
time
set.
but now? Thank you. Any other time. We're literally going to be live for 25 more minutes.
So let me interpret that for you, kiddo.
Get out of here. Okay, so the other reason I really love this is like if you're going through one of these books, and I'm so excited to have the Old Testament one because if your pastor's going through a book or whatever it is, you can take this along with you and you don't have to take a whole Bible with you. So like if you're just going through the book of Philippians, you can take this and you can carry this with you, take it to the gym, take it to wherever you're going, and then just dive into that book as time is going on and journal in it, and then you are good to go. You don't have to have like a big old Bible with you everywhere you go.
So would that be beneficial? Like, I don't journal.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be beneficial for someone who likes to take a bunch of notes?
Yeah, you could take notes in it, but also if this is the audience that is watching, most of them love journaling.
I know that.
So that's why I want to talk about that.
But
Okay.
for those of you that watch
or
don't like to journal.
Nobody here doesn't like to journal, and if they don't, they should start journaling.
I've tried.
Okay, never mind. I'll teach you about target audience later in a target audience video. Okay, so next book. That was your.
That's my number one.
Your number one? Okay, my number one, besides the Bible, because of course, but beyond that, this is not the actual book. This is Entree Leadership, but this is. Hey, you guys are starting to look more alike.
Are we? I don't know. I'm not wearing the glasses yet.
Is My Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. I think that everybody should go through that book, not just married couples, but it is one of those books that I think Dave has them for $10 right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So for Christmas season, he puts them on sale for $10, and I was just telling Dustin, like, we should pick up, like, 10 of them just so when people are over who've never gone through the book, we can just give them one of the books. And I think Dave is a huge believer in giving, and so his book helps you get to a level of where you can give like no one else. Like, that's basically the end goal, is to live like no one else, so later you can live and give like no one else. Yep. So I love having extra books on hand, but hence why we don't have any of these books on hand is because we always give them away.
If I and me first, would have learned the principles of My Total Money Makeover, the baby steps, it would have saved me from doing a whole bunch of financial stupid. Yeah. And I know there's a video somewhere on your channel of us getting out of our $120-something thousand of personal loan or personal debt. I didn't have a good financial understanding and foundation, and a lot of people can look at Dave Ramsey as his material being like the get out of debt guy, and he's not just that. Like even if you're someone who's not in debt, his just financial wisdom or personal financial wisdom, it's golden, and it also allows you and equips you to help friends, coworkers, family members. Like everywhere you go, there's going to be someone that is trying to grapple with their finances and how do I manage them? How do I set up a cash flow plan? How do I make the right, investments and all these different topics? It gives you My Total Money Makeover and Dave Ramsey's material gives you a phenomenal foundation.
Yeah.
So,
and finances aren't something that you get to do. Finance are something you have to do. And so I think, there's a lot of topics we could talk, like marriage, all these things. Like you don't have to have kids, you don't have to get married, but every single person does have to manage their finances. And if you don't tell them where to go, they won't go where you tell them to go because you're not telling them to go anywhere. So it's just huge, and like it's just a huge everything, but it helps marriage. So they say that there's like 3 key things that people argue about when they're married, and one of the biggest ones is finances. So if you can get on the same page,
one of the biggest causes of divorce too.
Yeah, and during meeting all the people that we meet through doing Financial Peace University, we've had tons of people come through alone, and they're constantly like, I just can't get my spouse on board. And that's like the hardest part sometimes, is getting your spouse to get on the same level. So if you could just like keep the book on the coffee table until your spouse wants to read it eventually, or they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then they'll do that eventually, hopefully. I don't know. But once they do, and once you guys do it together, then it makes marriage way easier.
And I don't know, when's the last money fight we've had?
When I tell you can't buy an RV. I don't think we've fought over it. We're just at the point where we know what we should and shouldn't do financially, and when like selfish things come up that we both want to do and we know just are kind of out of plan, it's not necessarily a fight. It's more just like that is not the right thing we should be doing. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, no, and I meant like not money fight, but I guess we've been doing a monthly cash flow plan for, gosh, I don't know, what, 10 years or more?
Yeah.
Like, so even when I was making decent money with my pool business and then transitioned into going back to school, like I was like making like $2,000 a month, and I mean we lived within our means. Like we lived on like $1,900 a month, and we
were debt free at that part.
No, I know we were debt free, but still, like even with $2,000 a month, we were able to.
But that's right when I started my YouTube channel, and I was able to, because we were debt free, and even though he was making not very much money at the time because he was going back to school, I was able to go back to school, and we basically lived at our means, which was really low. We had 2 kids, and so it was just a matter of hunkering down and doing what we needed to do.
Beans and rice, baby.
But I was able to start a career debt-free and start a career that I knew was going to make money if I could just invest time into it, and I did. But that wouldn't have happened. I would have had to been hustling, living paycheck to paycheck if we were still in debt in that process. So, I mean, I owe tons of credit to Dave Ramsey's system for just getting to where we are now. I mean, all of it pretty much, but
Thanks, Dave.
Okay, so the next one was my book.
Yeah.
Still, but I think you would agree that this is a really good book.
Yeah.
Okay, so
boundaries
in marriage.
Everybody needs a little boundaries in their life.
The entire series of boundaries is amazing. I'm going through boundaries with kids right now.
Yeah, there's boundaries in marriage, boundaries with kids.
I think that's it.
Boundaries with your animals, boundaries with
if you have animal issues, this one. Coworkers, this one. Who else? In-laws, this one. Extended family members, this one. Friends, this one. Enemies, this one. Marriage, this one. So, gotcha. But this one works good for marriage too. I think we did this one before we did this one, right?
Yes.
And it really helped. But this one goes into more like case studies that have to do specifically with marriage. These books are amazing. Boundaries is amazing. I think it just helps you be such a more well-rounded person when it comes to any relationship and frees you from just like so much stress in life because you learn how to protect yourself pretty much from people who are going to hurt you, people who are going to push you too much, people who are going to push you. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm just looking at the comments.
Oh.
Sorry.
You can't read them right there?
No, they're popping up too fast. I'm like, and then they disappear.
Oh, okay. I forgot this is what you do. He gets like mesmerized by the comments and then.
We're not just talking at a wall. We're hanging out with
I know.
61 awesome people.
Right. We
on.
are hanging out with 61 awesome people.
Yeah.
So this was the book I chose. I think that you got to skip the ad. Or you're just reading the comments?
I'm reading the comments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Maria asked a great question.
Sorry.
Is there audiobooks for this? Yeah, almost every single book we're talking about has an audiobook. So,
Didn't you say there's like a membership to a Christian like Spotify?
no, I did not say that.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You said there's something you can.
There's Amazon has a subscription called Audible, and
No. You're not. Okay, slow down. You told our group that there is a subscription that you can get.
oh, that's for churches.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're
Yeah.
not a church, then you can't have that. So I'm not crazy though. I was like, wait, I know you said
But
that.
that's for like DVD stuff.
Oh, like studies and stuff.
Are all the books on your Amazon shop? Yes, they are.
They're under amazing gifts right now. Gifts. So I will be adding more gifts to that throughout the month. Backstory behind why we're so annoyed right now.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey has a podcast. He's
What?
got YouTube
Yes, he
stuff. He's got a radio show like every weekday.
What are you doing?
Can you stop?
Here, I just need to press 2 more buttons.
Okay, get it done. Dinner is not now, but I guess it is now
It is
because
now
we're
for
going
her.
live. So I taught Dustin how to fake out the dog so that he wasn't distracting, and then now
So let's talk about boundaries.
we did.
What is the thing you've learned about from boundaries?
I don't know. You talk. I just talked a ton.
Okay, there's one of them in one of the chapters. It talks about the boundary bulldozer. We all have a boundary bulldozer in our life, and they're usually the toughest people in our life to maintain boundaries.
Okay, so an overview of it is the type of boundary.
Done.
You look crazy. Anyways, so what?
You need a curtain right there with a like.
Nobody cares that
not-
if there's curtains.
Okay. Anyways.
This is why I send the family away to go live. Or I vlog in the
Well,
car
thanks
for all the people
Thanks
who
for keeping me around.
for all the people who are like, why are you vlogging in the car? Because
Yes.
that's the only place I can get some peace and quiet with you guys.
It's life though. So, anyways, boundaries. You're giving an overview.
No, I was just
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, so you had said boundary bulldozer, but I was gonna say that the book itself explains like all the different types of people and how they interact with you. One of those being what you're talking
The
about.
boundary bulldozer. But even the bigger concept is just think of a house, and you have your property, whatever. You have a fence on your property lines, and then there's a gate. We tend to live life allowing people to leave our gate wide open, and they just come plowing into our lives or whatnot. Whereas you need to have boundaries within your life to control the gate in your life of
I
who's
think we
able
need to have
come
a
in or
cuddle
whatever.
huddle. Come here.
What's a
bring in the
cuddle
cuddle
huddle?
huddle. What's a cuddle
What's a
huddle? I
cuddle
want
huddle?
one. Just bring in a hug.
I love you,
Somebody
babe.
said, "Are you guys snuggling today?" You both definitely look a little irritated. So that's what I was trying to explain, but you cut me off. Hold on.
Carrie,
hold on.
she didn't
He's
read your
cutting me
comment
off
properly.
again.
She thinks you said snuggling,
What
but
did it say?
she actually said struggling.
What is-
Are you guys struggling today?
Well, snuggling helps. Okay, hold on. Dustin, stop cutting me off. I need to give them a backstory because we do look irritated and we are. So backstory,
Yes.
and I just want you guys to realize like we're normal. I asked our kids to leave the room so that we could go live. Like, leave the room. If you were watching in the beginning, you would have heard my daughter running into this live and falling because she was so excited to come bombard into this video. It is 4:30. Dinner does not start till like 5. And my child just insisted on coming in here and making a chef party in front of this whole video. So she's literally beeping and making pans go crazy and cooking pizza. And so that's why we keep looking past you guys and going, seriously? All right. I just needed to catch them up because
Yes.
we do look irritated, and we are. Well, I am. So we're working on the marriage because one day our kids are going to be grown and we still have to be friends.
We are.
I know. That's why
That was weak. Are we not friends anymore?
Anyways,
So
okay,
Sarah
backstory.
asked a great question. Does it help with a mother-in-law that pushes you around mentally? Yes. That's what it's all about, is setting up boundaries in your life to minimize that kind of stuff. Now, you have to fully understand that you can't change people. People can only change themselves. And so what you have to do in your own life is just put boundaries. If you have a mother-in-law that whatever her...
Sorry, I was not nodding at the mother-in-law comment. I was nodding at the I have 2 kids, I relate.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, so if
however
however your mother-in-law mentally pushes you around, if it's when she comes over to your house, it happens most often, you need to put boundaries in your life to not be in that environment. So meet her in a public place. I know this is going back to marriage, when we've had times where we've been in conflict about certain topics, we will go out to Starbucks or go to a restaurant and get dinner and talk about that thing, because your behavior is going to change when you're out in public around people that you don't know or you do know. Whereas in our own homes, we feel a little more safe. And so in marriage, we may start yelling at each other and be mean to each other, which we wouldn't do out in public. So same thing with your in-law. If however you're being pushed around, you just need to put up boundaries, say, no more.
Yeah.
And change whatever that environment is.
Yeah,
So,
and we could go into details all day on who it will help you with, but in reality, it'll help you just stop.
with your marriage.
It'll help you with your marriage, but it'll help you protect your marriage. It helps you protect your parenting. It helps you protect yourself. But if you're not married, boundaries, the regular boundaries book is perfect for anybody and everybody. I think that it's just super important. It's such a good skill to notice when somebody is not respecting your boundary. And I've also learned that strong boundary holders respect other strong boundary holders, and they also they attract bad boundary holders. But if you can become really good friends with other people who have really great boundaries, those relationships can really flourish, because you both can, easily respect if you need space. You can easily respect if you need somebody to listen to you. So in marriage, that helps as well. Just protecting it from having unsafe relationships with other people or venting to somebody else rather than coming to your spouse to talk about issues. That's just a part of natural life. It's sometimes easier just to go vent to our best friends when there's an issue instead of go to our spouse. So it'll help you with those types of things too.
Yeah, Ashley asked, is there a book on boundaries targeted towards kids and teens? Yes, there is, and she is in the midst of reading it. I think it's on your nightstand.
Yeah, it's yellow. Is it on? I don't know. It's somewhere. It's
Don't worry about it, kiddo.
She can grab it.
Oh, okay, go grab
It's
it.
gonna be helpful. She can grab it.
That's right, she'll be gone.
No, that's not what I meant. I don't care if they're here, but if they're baking and cooking and clinking,
And standing right behind the camera making funny faces.
it's just the world of having kids. So yes, Boundaries with Kids is an amazing book, and going through it, it's given us some really awesome tools to use. And I'm only on chapter 3 or 4. I think I'm on 4, but just by those chapters, it's been amazing. Okay, and our final book, which we don't have the actual book.
Because we gave away the one.
Did we? I don't think we gave that one away.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay. I've talked about this book before.
So, our last book we're going to talk about is The 5 Love Languages. This says children, but it's kind of like the boundaries. There's, yes, Blake, just 5 love languages. It's for marriage and relationships.
It looks like this. It's white, I think.
And no, it's
I
purple or blue.
Okay,
or
so
something.
I have the worst color memory, and I organized my books. Does it drive you nuts when I go off topic?
No, go for
Get
it.
used to it, girl. Get
Girl.
used to it.
Girl.
Anyways, so I organized art. That's what makes a good talk show. Is
You're
we can
right.
keep the entertainment going.
Yes.
Anyways, I organized my books by color on the bookshelf so that it looks really cool. I think I picked that up from Rachel Hollis because they're live. Was calling
Oh
me.
my gosh.
Okay, so anyways,
We're back.
we didn't disappear. It just probably glitched.
Good job.
And I have the worst color memory, so I was like, oh, this might help with my color memory, but it doesn't. I'm just like, I'm looking for a white book in the blue section, or I'm looking, yeah. So I could, anyway, so
right.
Babe, you've got to stop doing that. It's not nice. That's a part of having an entertaining show.
And boundaries.
There's no rules. We're live.
Yes.
Is the boundaries for kids good for a certain age group or all ages? All ages, all of it. Babies, teens, kids, all of it.
Anything
You
that
can keep
breathes.
talking about the book. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all the same concepts, just geared towards different age
I
groups.
couldn't find it.
That's okay.
It's all good. All right, so the 5 love languages. This, in marriage and relationships, like it was good in the beginning of our relationship just
It's
to.
purple. It's purple.
It's purple. Yes.
You said blue. You
I
were
was
wrong
close
too.
enough. No, I said blue or purple.
Oh.
Anyways, the key thing about it is getting you to. The key thing about it is getting you to understand that your spouse feels loved probably completely in the way that is completely different from you. We tend to express our love to our significant other the way we want
But
love
now, 'cause
expressed
children
towards
is
us.
throwing it off.
Oh,
I
yes.
think seeing children.
That is,
Because we are talking about
yes,
the
we're talking about
original love
the
language.
original love languages. It's a purple book, and it has a couple walking down a beach.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there's 5 love languages. One of them is words of affirmation. So,
So I'm gonna do the taco. You say them, and I'll say the taco.
okay.
You made really nice tacos tonight.
Why, thank you, sweetie.
Okay, what's the next one?
Gifts.
Here, I made you a taco. Keep going.
Okay. Acts of service.
Oh no, wait. Sorry. The gifts was I bought you a taco, and the acts of services, I made you a taco.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Quality time.
Let's go get tacos together.
Yep. And the last one, physical touch.
Let's cuddle and eat tacos. Wait, physical
Where
touch.
did this taco thing come
So
from?
it's a thing that I've seen shared on Facebook. It's just an easier way for you to remember like how the love language, if somebody experiences their love language, for you to speak their love language, like how to do it. So
Gotcha.
you can do it with pizza, or you can do it with, I don't know. I mean, it's just, so basically if you have a love language, most often you give. My brain is not working right now.
I'm trying to track you.
I know, I'm trying to speak so that people can track me, but I can't. Hi, Anna. So,
Jinx.
So if you, you typically give your love language the easiest. So if my love language is quality time, I typically will give that away really easily, and I'll just like.
You're always like, let's
Always-
eat tacos together.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go hang out and eat tacos. And that might not make him feel loved, even though that makes me feel loved. So you have to become bilingual in your love languages. You have to learn how to speak the other person's love language. Even though it might feel better to speak your own love language, it's kind of like a sacrificial love to learn theirs. And if you're not naturally good at it, if you have the same love language, oftentimes it works out easier. Those are the couples who usually don't
But do
have.
we?
Well, this is debatable. You change your mind all
No.
the time.
What is my number 1?
Words of affirmation.
What's my number 2?
Physical touch.
Boom. And just clarify, physical touch is not,
Kids are in the room.
husband and wife touching.
Don't touch. It's
It's
kind
hugging.
of hard when your
It's
spouse is
snuggling.
physical touch.
Like Carrie said earlier, it's like snuggling. I love you. Don't you just want to do this for the next 30 minutes? She clarified actually. She didn't mean struggling, she meant snuggling.
She did?
Yes.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she clarified.
Anyways, okay.
Yes.
You can have more than one love language. Some are more dominant, yes. And I've actually realized that acts of service is becoming a bigger love language than I thought, because I'm sorry, my kids are now beating each other up in the kitchen in front of us. Anyways, you've gotten really good at doing acts of service over the last year. Like you've just naturally, I don't know, something has gotten, he's gotten more excited about like doing house projects and stuff. And so I'm realizing that makes me feel super loved. So acts of service is actually kind of like moved up on the list of my love languages.
Yeah, I think over life things change. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it would go quality time, acts of service. I'm gonna turn it around. Okay, do your dance.
There you
Why don't
go.
you
Say
distract
hi,
them?
everybody.
Just distract
This is
them.
what has been happening behind us the entire time, guys. Yeah. What are the girls' love languages?
What are your love languages?
Oh, I would love to hear them.
That
talk about it.
one.
Hold on, no,
Do
let
you
them
know
answer
yours?
first.
Wait, the 5. What
Make sure your content is 13 and above so that I don't get demonetized,
I
please.
know. Let me think of the love language first.
All right, let's go back.
No.
Let them finish.
What are the 5 love languages?
Words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, quality time, physical touch.
Mine is definitely acts of service.
No, quality time. You love
Oh, yeah.
going and hanging
Yes.
out and shopping.
That is mine. Mine is gifts.
No, it's not. It's physical touch.
Yeah.
You love cuddling.
Yeah.
See?
You see, they
So
know
there's the
better.
difference.
So I know my kids.
They
Yes.
know her. She knows us better.
I turned it around.
than
You're not
us.
on
Yeah,
there anymore.
remember that in 10 years, that your parents know you guys better than yourself.
Probably not in 10
All right.
years.
So, 5 love languages.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, and you like them all to different degrees.
Yeah, well, everybody likes them all. Nobody is like, don't ever buy me a gift.
But for me, it does not.
Yes, but when I can get you a gift that you've been wanting, you obviously like it. It's not like. Never mind. I won't explain it. It's what? Why are
Nothing.
you staring at me like
I'm
that?
just trying to be. I'm paying attention.
This is what happens when I promise I'm gonna go live every day.
What? What's wrong?
I
We're
have
live
to
right
go
now.
live. I know.
It's a good thing.
I know. And then when the whole day passes and it's just at the end of the day where everybody's home.
Oh,
and
is
I'm
your
like,
brain like?
my brain is shot. I'm tired. My kids don't listen.
You don't look at it all. All right, so are we wrapping this up?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we put everything in the Amazon store.
I
These
might
5
delete
books.
this whole video
No,
and
no,
do
you're
it
not.
again.
What?
I'm
You're
yes.
gonna get rid of me?
No. Oh gosh.
You said crap.
I did.
All right, I think her brain is
I'm
fried.
gonna report you
So,
on YouTube.
all
It
right,
disappeared. Oh no, it's back.
it came back.
Now you said it because I didn't say it when it was actually on there.
It's okay. You guys rock for hanging out.
Carrie
That's all I
says
gotta
this
say.
video is perfect. Okay, you're always trying to get rid of them. You're always trying to like wrap this up, be done.
Wow.
You don't love them.
I do.
They will disagree.
It's okay. Someone's a great video. I love this
I hang out
live.
with them in chat. That's what I do.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's recap. Dave Ramsey, My Total Money Makeover. Boom.
Thanks, Carrie.
The 5 love languages for the adult version. Purple cover. To a couple walking on a beach. Like, why does it always got to be that?
I don't know, but you shouldn't.
Boundaries. Boundaries in marriage.
Tay is their love language, Carol says. He loves in his own love language. You have your own love language?
No?
If you could make your own love language, what would it be?
No?
If you could make your own love language, what would it be?
Pinterest.
Yours would be Pinterest?
No.
What? I know. What would yours be?
Words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. Just tell me. Good job.
Dustin, I said, if you could make your own love language, what would it
It
be?
would be all in phrases.
Own love language, what would it
It
be?
would be all in phrases.
Okay. You got to think outside the box.
I
Mine
know.
would be stuffing.
Nobody asked you.
Ooh, I got mine.
Hold on. My fiance and I are having the exact same day. Well, minus the kids. Love it.
Just stop while you're ahead. Just get married and read books and go sit on a beach. Anyways, what would be your love language if you could make your own love language?
That's a very.
Okay, so your daughter said stuffing.
That's like on the creative side of the brain.
No, your daughter said
No.
stuffing, and then she also said Pinterest. So
Oh, I got it.
he's got it.
RV.
Right now it's RV.
Tools.
Mine is
Mine
Jesus.
would be, that was churchy answer. Mine would be
Very great answer, by the way.
sleep.
That's a good.
Is my
that's
love
a good
language.
love
That's
language.
good love. No,
All right.
mine is animals.
Okay. I don't know how this turned into a whole family life.
It just that's life.
Mine can be just
Family
one.
life. Life together. Life in marriage and parenting.
I don't want a family channel.
No.
We're
Mine
not.
is pizza.
Okay. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. What topic should I do tomorrow?
Ooh, let me just point.
Okay. Decorate my bullet journal, the fronts of them, or why Cricut cut me.
Ooh, are you prepared for that
Which one do you guys want?
Are you self-differentiated to be able to talk about that topic?
What does that mean?
That means like you're not so emotionally caught up in it.
Oh, I'm not
you
emotionally
can-
caught up in that.
Okay. I think you should decorate your bullet journal.
Okay, thanks. I was asking them.
See you guys.
Cricut.
Oh
Cricut.
my gosh.
Why Cricut?
Oh god.
I don't know when I'm gonna do that one, but I will. I have to write out the timeline so I can do it well.
Yeah.
It's coming though. It's coming. Yeah, I knew. Obviously that's gonna trump decorating my bullet journal. Okay. Bye guys. See you tomorrow.
See you guys. Good night. Thanks for hanging out.